So the visual trend. So we know in OPS that people of the same type, they look like each other. So this trend is actually the one that is catching up in the mainstream a lot, I would say. Because of the internet, I think that people, they see a lot that some people look like each other. So it's kind of posting memes about that, or just funny things about that, just very funny stuff actually. So it's kind of early in the culture right now. Like the visual trend is probably the one of my trend that is more the easily seen. Like transhumanism trend is like okay, it will be in all the culture. Like we see that for sure, but it's more still a discussion about it. Um, and idealistic trend. It's like it's more if you're more into philosophy, I guess, or more pay attention to that kind of philosophy. I don't know, debate stuff. You will see that. But the visual trend, I think, particularly if you're young, you will see this trend for sure. Like the Zoomers are very big on it. The beauty standards, social media. Like this guy Looksmaxxing, like a clavicular. So yeah, the internet makes this trend very obvious. Like the potential is enormous with that, and it connects very well to OPS, because OPS, they say that types look like each other, type twins. So I think that the NF, the marketing of the visual trend, even how I knew OPS, like I mean, I don't think I knew OPS because they said that they see that types look like each other, but I know that a lot of their marketing strategy was to say we double blind test, we also like type have the same visual. So I think it works out very well to say that, to really make people realize that personal oftentimes people with the same personality we kind of look like each other. So even if they don't look, maybe per vibe. And we see that there's kind of different family, like in OPS. Like we are also not really like the beauty standards, zoomers or Looksmaxxing that are more like they have more like one standard, and after they will assess that with just a standard. Like with OPS, we still know that okay, maybe within one type we have kind of maybe 4 categories of looks within a type. So we are more like nuanced about it. We're not really like kind of shallow about it, I would say. The visual trend can be shallow. It can be an hard pill to swallow also, because we're like, okay, that's kind of bullshit. And it kind of say, okay, if you're ugly, maybe you kind of have a shitty personality. If you're beautiful, you have a very cool personality. Like it's not like that. It's not really like that. And it might hurt some people. The visual trend, like maybe to realize that. But that's why I think it's very nuanced. It's not like one thing standard, like some zoomers think or something like that. And it's not like and maybe some types correlate more to some type of in visual. I mean, for sure, but it's not like a universal thing. It's not like a universal and one standard thing. Visual trend it's more with time, with the data you do see that, and that's really interesting. It's more how I see it. Me, it's like I'm not like like things have particular levels, and me, I don't do like idealism, like unity at the top with the visual trend. The visual trend is really seen in the multiplicity and the data. So yeah, and the more intellectual and NF people are more after the patterns of the face and personality. So Prosapa Insight, very good, very good. He assess people with the 4 temperaments, choleric, sanguine, melancholic, phlegmatic, and with that, he will kind of see the bump in the head, the forehead, the jaw, also the body type and the skin, and he also look at race, because the race, because you're kind of the average of the race. So some race are more a certain type of temperaments. So it's more to say, okay, where are you in the spectrum within that race, or that phenotype? Because it's not, it's more the phenotype. So it's more the expression of your genes, to say that if you are black, you have more a small nose. If you're Asian, you have maybe more a rounder face. Like if you're more from the north or Nordic, you have a bigger forehead. If you're more from the west, you have like a bigger face. Central European of oftentimes a bigger face, a large face, more not bigger, a large face. So it's still a lot of analysis within the spectrum of where you come from. So Prosopa Insights very good about it. And yeah, also the 4 temperaments, the phenotype. So depending on the countries you're from, the race you're from, and also specific features, like small nose is more action oriented, long nose is more long term related, like big eyebrows or long eyebrows like me that are more close to the eyes. They are more planning actually, more logical, more planning, quick to judge, and smaller eyebrows and more curve. They're more socially, they're more emotional, they're more DE in a way. Also the lips, like he talk about a lot of things actually, this guy, and he's influenced by morphopsychology, the school of French, the Arab school and the Chinese school. So we can see that he actually read a lot of books about that, and I do think this guy is consumed last. So I think this guy is consumed last. I think he's ISTP, TINI, sleep, blast, play, consume, double feminine. I think he's also a social one. I think he's it's like he do look a lot like another guy, like not Charles Manson maybe, or maybe I will look at him after, or maybe like edit and after go to put it there. But yeah, so like this video also recommended. Do you have an unrelated identical twins? It's also funny to see the difference in personality. Like even if you are the same type, still your experiences and all will kind of change the, like it will still change, So it's also interesting to see within types the difference between types with particular looks, and how they were raised, the experience. So I also watched this video for that, so very interesting. And yeah, like Vicular, all the Looksmaxxing. I think that we should do more personality maxing. Like it's more something also Prosopa talks about. It's like personality maxing is like more like, okay, knowing yourself, knowing that your personality change your face, and with that I think you can change more your face, like knowing about personality and kind of going exercising that in your mind and your spirits and your body, instead of injecting yourself with a lot of drugs, which Looksmaxxing or bone smashing and stuff like that, which is more in line with the transhumanism trend, like I said, that young people particularly want to modify themselves. It's like because we are more in the internet age, it's like we're more disconnected from the world, we're more disconnected from people. So because of that, we go more into precise niche, and we're kind of all more in the more not intuitive realm, but more echo chamber, more sleep-alike. We're like, it's like the culture incentivize us, or like how it operates to be more sleep-alike, more to deny the sensory, to deny our body, to kind of wanting to modify that. So I think that transgender Looksmaxxing, they might be real, or they might still be good things to happen, but there are still a consequences of the things that are happening in the culture. So, and that's why that's precisely a trend. The visual trend is pretty much that. That's why it's a trend, because we have the internet, so we see the similar people. We have younger people that are very big into modifying themselves and the beauty standard in social media, and people that are that are actually more smart, I would say, that are actually aware, like Prosopa Insight, that okay, like seeing memes online, okay, seeing people in their life, okay, knowing personality psychology, are like, okay, there's some trends with visual typing. So it's not a 1-to-1 ratio, it's not like a very hardcore map. It's still very considered as pseudoscience visual typing, so not to go all in on this, but still very interesting and very useful actually. And yeah, it's a useful map.